Rampage did have uh,
Oh yeah,
one of the best matches of the year.
100%.
that that Tony Khan threw his whole production dick into the final deletion match. Uh, yeah, what'd you think of?
Dude, I was telling you the other night, like this is my third favorite match of the year. But far and away my third favorite match of the year. This shit was pure comedy, man. And like here's the thing, because I was talking to my brother, and he was telling me that he heard a lot of people in the IWC panning the match. I haven't been on Reddit or read any of the forums or anything about this match yet, but I can see how someone who is not as uh, well versed in the history of the broken character would see this match and be like, "Man, this was kind of like corny." And but if you were watching Matt in Impact when he was a world champion for the first time in his career, um, and you were watching the stuff that they were doing, and even throughout everything that happened in WWE all the way back to now, there were so many just great callbacks in that match. How he utilized every single character that has been a part of that whole broken craziness. Like I didn't even know King Maxwell was that big now. Like King Maxwell gave Stokely a swanton, and that was another good part of the match too.
Dude, Stokely
He hit the
fucking.
swanton, and Rebby comes out and goes, "Okay, Max, we got to go to bed." Like Stokely's the MVP, obviously.
Stokely is the MVP outside of Orgasmic Isaiah, which may be one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Man.
Talk about an iconic moment, like career defining moment.
It's I got we in the group chat there was like a little like clip version of just Orgasmic Isaiah and Matt Hardy being like, I knew you'd come, and he's like, always do, brother, and you're just like, what is this?
Orgasmic Isaiah, they need to take a screenshot of him standing on top of the building with his like black trench coat on and just put it on a shirt. And on the back, just put Orgasmic Isaiah. Like,
and then just in letters above, just be like, ah.
Yeah, man, that was great, and it was cool to see Isaiah in that match too, because with those type of matches, you obviously have a lot of limitations, right? Like, and to see him use the chair to hit the drop kick into was it Big Bill, and then he hit the the leg drop off the table. He did some acrobatic stuff, the swanton off the roof. I mean, it's one of those things where you start watching it and it can go very bad very quickly, and it didn't, and it was not boring for 1 second.
Yeah, I think
I commend all those guys for that, including next
so. WWE was maybe the last time they did a deletion or like a Hardy compound match. Yes.
I think they put Hurricane Helms into the Lake of Reincarnation, I believe.
Yeah, I just remember not liking the WWE one. And
so before this one that's really good that people should go back and watch if they haven't seen. It's hilarious. It was in Impact, and it was Matt and Jeff versus is it the Rock and Roll Express or the Ricky Morton and what's his name? Ricky Morton and the other guy, all the old school wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
But it was Jeff versus them, and it was fucking hilarious. Like so funny. Like yeah, like Jeff Hardy does a swanton bomb off a crane onto Ricky Morton into the ring, onto a fucking 60-year-old man. Like yeah, and just to hear Matt go Ricky Morton. Oh! It's but anyway.
Well, just the fucking the drone coming back to greet them at the entrance to the fucking compound.
Vanguard 1, baby.
Vanguard 1. Yeah, I just thought everything was perfect. It was fucking hilarious. Stokely just breaking into the compound and just like running around the house, sitting in the theater, and
I wonder if they got Coming to America.
Yeah.
That's of the year, bro. Like Stokely is the best black professional wrestler in the business. Period. Just because it's so great because every single thing he says and does, like as a black person, if you're watching Stokely Hathaway, it's like it's for you. Like he's saying it for you. Like everything he says is like an inside joke you got with your mama, and you just like are just dying laughing at it. But like, literally, I feel like he would be like the gay dude that my mom knows at work that like would come over for dinner one day or something. Like
Stokely representing black viewers everywhere. I guess.
like 100%. He's great.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't know. He kind of like stole the show. But
I mean, and honestly, like Big Bill was great in this.
Big Bill is great.
Bill was fantastic as well. Um,
Like I said, Isaiah, if he sticks with this fucking character, I'm pretty excited to see more of.
I think he has the like out of all of the guys who like are supposed to get the rub from this.
Yeah.
I think Ego's probably the one they're looking at as the future star and all those guys.
They definitely keep trying to push Ego, which I'm cool with. I love Ego.
Yeah.
I would like this to be the end of the firm or whatever,
Yeah.
or at least Ego's involvement with the firm. And I would like Ego to just be on his own. I don't know why he always has to be in a group. He's a great talker. He's a good wrestler. Just let the man shine, baby.
Yeah. But to what you were saying, Isaiah, I think is the sleeper. Like, well, he's always been ever since Private Party.
I mean, Private Party's great. But it's like kind of like what was their characters really? And this one, like I was saying, he looks like fucking John Constantine or something, ready to exorcise some fucking demons.
Morpheus' son.
Yeah, Morpheus' son.
Yo, Isaiah Cassidy and what's his name? Bianca Belair's husband.
Fucking
B-Ball Daddy.
What's his name?
Montez.
Both
of them are very similar to me, not because they're black, but because they're both super athletic, very charismatic, and every time you see them, they just knock it out the park, and you want to see more. Those are the guys who are sleepers that you're like, those guys are gonna. There's gonna be a point where
they both equally get a little too excited too. I think. Like Montez coming out at Elimination Chamber, just doing way too much the whole way down.
Also separate your shoulder like Sami Zayn on the way to the ring.
Like, yeah. But yeah, I agree. Isaiah hasn't really done anything since what's his name got injured. He's just kind of been like Matt Hardy's bud in the background. So yeah, I'm stoked to see what they do with him now. And please, God, keep him in this character. Keep him humping things. And
when he hit that swanton and started humping the ground, I was like.
Also, his swanton was very AEW. Like, why did he swanton Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy?
Oh man, that man is a character.
But yeah, everything was great about that match, and I can't wait to see what they do next. I want to see once the Briscoe stuff is done, I want to see Double J and them get involved with the broken Matt Hardy and all that stuff. Like, I think that would be comedy gold.
The comedy scene in AEW is actually very strong. Like in comparison to WWE, and I don't think this is like the fault of the writers in WWE. I think it's just that there's so many crabs in a barrel in WWE, which is the same in AEW, but the comedy in AEW is just, maybe it's because the production value is not as high as WWE, so it fits it better.
Yeah.
Maybe that is what it is, but I mean, you have like R-Truth in WWE who they never use. You know, you have like, who else? Like Dolph is a comedian, but they never even use him at all, which we're going to talk about Dolph later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Dolph later.
You know, like, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head because WWE comedy is just normally really bad. But
you have Otis and
Otis and Gable are great. I'm sorry.
Otis and Gable are very funny, but they don't get utilized that much. Like you can tell Tony Khan. I mean, this was the main event of Rampage. It should have been on a pay-per-view, I feel like, but
sure.
But he definitely like threw Matt Hardy a bunch of money, I feel like, so the production was good. I fucking loved that the announcers were still announcing this as if they were watching a live feed the whole time.
Kudos to them, because like I said, that shit could have been bad, but it actually came out pretty good.
It just was so odd to me. Like I was just like, this is the weirdest shit ever.
When I first started watching it, it threw me off. Like I was like, please don't let this be like Excalibur by himself calling this match the whole time in a weird way. But then it became very like endearing, especially when Tony would chime in. Like when when fucking Jeff Hardy and Big Bill are breaking sticks over each other. Just here,
and Jeff Hardy fucking he's holding him by the throat, and his neck fucking broke the stick. And thank God for Jeff Hardy noticing, because it took him there was like 10 seconds where I was like, is he really gonna hold these sticks? Like
yeah. He eventually dropped it and just took it.
Yeah.
Good job, Jeff.
I was like, thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Sober Jeff would have noticed. Drunk Jeff would have been bad.
Yeah. I love Jeff Hardy in that match too. Like, I just think, they're utilizing Jeff in a very like small way right now. It's not like full on pushing him on people like he did right when he got to AEW, where he was having like he had that crazy match with Darby, and he was like, check out how much shit I can jump off immediately. And you were just like, come on, Jeff, calm down.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to change here soon, because the way the match ended, it looks like something is on the horizon for Jeff. We don't know what it is, but it looks like something is on the horizon. So,
you think he does full on Brother Nero again and just
I think he's gonna like distance himself further from the whole broken thing. That's what it seemed like. Because Matt was like, Brother Nero, where are you going? And he just was like walking away. So
yeah. I never actually saw, because I wasn't watching TNA. So when they did the broken stuff in WWE, but they didn't really do it that well, because like TNA still owned the broken the
rights or whatever.
The rights. So I never got to see Jeff be like full on Brother Nero or whatever. I've seen Matt do the broken, because Matt was doing the fucking broken character in WWE, even though like they didn't have the rights. He was like, fuck it, doing the delete all the time.
Woken.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Woken.
Fucking stupid. But I love Matt like just being full on insane in this whole match.
I think he needs to. It's weird because it seems like he's like toned it down, like he's trying to mix Hardy Boys stuff with broken stuff, and it's like you can't mix the two. It works. One works well on its own. They don't work well together. You have to put them. That's what got it over, was that you weren't being too extreme anymore. You were woken or broken. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I think it's weird because he's been like kind of cycling through stuff really fast this AEW run. Like he was Big Money Matt again for most of last year, I guess. That was like the private party stuff. And he was still the like Money Matt kind of dude right before this match. And then because I guess they did it on the compound, he switched back to full on broken Matt Hardy. But it just seems kind of like weird that they didn't do like a big like broken lead up to this. It was just like, Jeff's back and he can play Brother Nero if he wants.
Yeah, I'm not too upset with that, just because the broken character is kind of like one of those things where it's like, like a snap, like a split personality type of thing. So, maybe Matt fell into the lake of reincarnation, He came out and, that's the character.
I knew you'd come. It's just like, bruh, stop.
Like the fact that Isaiah Cassidy was like, how you say I knew you'd come? Maybe I should make coming noises. Like that's what's gonna be money, right? And it fucking was. So congratulations, guys. You nailed it.
Rather than me just saying like up here, I'm just gonna start screaming orgasmic noises to the ether.
Oh man, when that man started humping the ground, bro,
I was like, a star is born.
Did you ever see those old videos of the dudes that would be humping the pillows to like Usher and shit? That's what that was. Like, yo, this man.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's a full-on star in my eyes now.
I love it.
Oh yeah, if you like this clip, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, yeah! And check out the channel for the latest episode of the podcast. And remember, keep those marks permanent and work hard like you're training for a world tournament. Dig it!